was talking to a friend back in New Zealand recently, and they asked me if I was happier living in Thailand, and the short answer is yes. The ensuing discussion as to why, yeah, that was a lot more interesting. And yeah, I know it was a big move, moving from New Zealand to Thailand. It's nearly 24 years ago that I made that move, and certainly there are so many uncertainties about planning and executing a big move from particularly one country to another, one culture to another. And yeah, these usually involve things like work, and whether you're working or retired, maybe you're moving because you're retired. A lot of the time it's got to do with cost of living. Quite often it's got to do with being closer to family and friends and stuff like that. But in the end, you've got to make a decision, and that decision's not always an easy one to make. But I think a lot of people focus on the number one thing being money. Personally, I don't think that this is actually always the most important thing to focus on, that there are other reasons, there are other really important aspects of living in a different location, living in a different culture in a different country. So let me share with you 5 reasons that I think I am happier living here in northern Thailand. As usual, all of the photos I'm using in this video I've taken myself. The number one thing I really love and makes me happy living here is the Thai people. Their approach to life, their connection with each other and with foreigners, the deep culture and rich tradition of Thailand is something that I think makes you smile. And Thailand's known as the land of smiles, and their approach to so much of life is, quite unique, and it is just lovely to live here most of the time. Sure, this is a broad generalization. You're always going to find some contradiction and some people that aren't so nice and don't smile so much. But generally, Thailand is a happy place. It's a smiley place. And I think this is rooted in it being a Buddhist country. I think Thailand's about 95% Buddhist. And whereas not everybody's going to be deep into the faith as others, it certainly gives it a foundation to make this a happy country to live in. And I really do love that. And one of the other things that I enjoy here, the second thing, is the climate. I'm never particularly cold here. It does at times get down to about 10 degrees Celsius here. And thank you very much, but that's cold enough for me. Most of the time, though, it's pretty warm. So outside of that December, January time, it starts heating up and we'll get fairly warm temperatures to very hot. It only stays very hot for a few weeks of the year. And I find this is much more conducive to happiness in me than being in the cold and the dark for months and months and months like a lot of people live in, particularly in the northern European countries. I've done it a little bit, but no, I can't do that. And I often say to people, I don't think I've seen snow for about 35 years or more, and I don't miss it at all. So the second thing here is the climate is really warm and lovely most of the year round. It gets a little bit hot sometimes, it gets a little bit cold sometimes, but generally the climate's wonderful. I'm happy about that. Here too, the third thing here in Thailand is that the rules and authoritarian nature is just much more relaxed. Many Westerners come here, particularly if they're coming on holiday for vacation, and they'll think that it's chaos, that there's no rules and it's just quite higgly-piggly. But really, there are rules and there are things that you must and must not do. But generally, life is more relaxed and there is not such an authoritarian control that I was used to living under in New Zealand. New Zealand, I think, is very controlled. It's got so many rules and regulations. And the style of life I live, I'm quite happy to live in a more relaxed place like this. It's not that I'm out breaking the rules or trying to bend them or anything. I just find it's just a more comfortable and happier way to live your life. The fourth thing that I love about Thailand is the food. Thai cuisine is fantastic. I love it. I love eating spicy food. I love eating the fruits and the vegetables. All the combinations of foods here I really enjoy. Well, maybe not all of them. They do some fermented fish and crab and stuff like that. That's a bit weird for me. But by and large, the food here, the cuisine, the diversity is quite spectacular. It's quite incredible. I'm often amazed walking into a little restaurant that'll have such an extensive menu in this tiny little kitchen with only a few people, but out of this limited set of ingredients, they can make such a diverse range of food. And the other thing here too is buying those ingredients, shopping at the markets. We are so blessed to have really good quality, whole, real food that we can go to the fresh market every day if we like and buy good quality food. And there's also good supermarkets with lots of packaged and ultra processed foods. I'm tending to stay away from those because we can buy good food at reasonably good prices and it's never really a problem. And if I want some foreign food, Chiang Mai's got tons of foreign restaurants. There's a few places I can buy foreign food down in Chomtong, or I'll make my own. I love baking bread. We've got a pizza oven that we make really good pizzas. And so if we're sort of hungering for something a little bit less Thai and a more Western, yeah, we could whip up a pizza or a hamburger or some pasta or something else for ourselves too. So we do enjoy that as well as the Thai food. And generally speaking, we are eating Thai food most of the time. I'd say 80 or 90% of the time we're eating Thai food. I love it. And certainly the other thing here, the fifth thing here that makes me a bit happier is the cost of living is lower. It is actually cheaper to live here than it would be for me to live in New Zealand. Being able to buy land and build a home, I could never have done this at this quality and style and location as I would have been able to in New Zealand. And even renting here or buying a condo in town, it's going to be a bit cheaper. Maybe not down in Bangkok. Big cities are usually really a lot more expensive, but certainly outside the big cities, renting or buying here is considerably cheaper. And really anything that Thai people consume a lot of, so if you're eating Thai food, it's going to be cheaper. If you're eating Western food, no, that's always going to be considerably more expensive. But things like your utilities, the power, the water, the internet, they're all reasonably inexpensive. And things like, gasoline and other stuff like that that have to come in from overseas, they tend to be about the same price as overseas. If it is, goods that are coming in from overseas that maybe Thai people don't use so much of, or certainly food that Thai people don't eat much of, then you're going to be paying a lot more for it. But by and large, it is a cheaper cost of living here than it would be for me to live in New Zealand. Particularly if we go out to eat here, it's relatively cheap. Quite often we'll go out with guests and have a lovely meal and they're quite surprised at how inexpensive it is to eat such fabulous quality food. So yeah, the cost of living here certainly puts a smile on my face and it is a lot less stressful because of this. So these are some things that I feel happier about living in Thailand. And yeah, they were unknowns to me by and large before I moved here. So it's just wanting to share these things with you to encourage you that if you are looking at a move to Thailand or anywhere else, consider more than just the cost of living. And if you've enjoyed this video, I think you'll really enjoy this one next. And yeah, thanks very much for watching this one all the way through.